Ron Burgundy here, reporting from New Hampshire on this crazy news story about a man, a boy, and survival. Let's meet Mr. Maxwell and Mark Chemsley.
We still got it.
We still got it.
What was that little handshake guy?
Something did in high school.
Oh, okay.
Please tell me how this whole hoopla has been. I'm hearing something about how you guys were lost in the woods.
Yes, we were lost in the woods near Gray's Notch National Park.
Okay, I have a few questions to ask both of you. Later we will take some questions via Twitter. How does that sound?
Excellent!
Mark, why exactly did you wander out into the woods in the first place?
Well, my friend Jason showed me his pocket walking tool that he was not allowed to bring on the trip. He was not allowed to bring it because it had a large knife that was not permitted. So when he handed me the tool, Mr. Maxwell came into the cabin and I had the tool under my leg, but Mr. Maxwell saw me. He took it from me and brought me to the parking lot so I could wait in his car. When I was sitting in his car, I was thinking of how much trouble I was going to get in and how he told me I was going to be suspended. I decided to run, and that is how it all started.
Thank you for that explanation, Mark. But now I have a question for Bill. So how long did it take you to find out where Mark had gone?
I don't mean to brag, but I have the best tracking skills you've ever seen. It didn't take me long to get on his trail, but it took me a long time to catch him.
Were there any detours or problems along the way?
Well, Mark took a loop trail that led back to camp, but it had been caused due to erosion. No human being has set foot on it legally in 3 years. When he got to a sharp turn, he thought it would be quicker to go straight and meet up with the trail later. Because the trail had not been walked on, the trail was overgrown, and of course Mark missed it. He heard my scary voice calling his name, and he ran like the cops were shooting at him.
Thank you, that's a funny story there. As Champ would say,
Whammy!
So, I've heard something about an injury involving rocks. Could you tell me about that?
Sure. When I was tracking Mark, I started to shout his name, and when I thought I was getting close, I really thought I was going to find him. So I started to speed up, going downhill. I fell on a loose rock, and it got stuck there. When I finally got it out using a large branch, I started to look for Mark again. After a while, I found him.
Where exactly did you find him?
Well, in the distance, I saw smoke coming out of some trees, so I figured Mark had started a little fire to keep warm. I hobbled over there, and Mark gave me some food and water.
So, how did you guys get back?
Well, after a few hours, we found the way back to camp and had a nice feast of pancakes.
Well, I guess that is where we will end our talk, but we can now take some questions from Twitter. Here's a question from @CharlieGreen for Mark. How are you feeling all alone in the woods?
I knew I wasn't lost because I had a compass and a map. However, I was pretty scared that bears might show up because I had food. It was getting cold and dark.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Here's another question for Mark from @ILoveBrick101. Did you ever think that you would find Mr. Maxwell?
Well, I thought that I would eventually either find Mr. Maxwell or the camp, so I guess that is a yes. I just didn't know when or where I would find him.
Okay, it seems that we are running out of time, so thank you for tuning in here today.
Thank you for having us.
Now enjoy this picture of a water skiing squirrel. Ron Burgundy, stay classy, New Hampshire.